Psychology and we are studying organizational behavior. We have been studying the chapter individual behavior, and in that we were discussing about motivation. In continuation to that, we are going to discuss more about motivation and understand this very important topic of OB. So let us get started. Now today we are going to talk about various theories of motivation. Now in our last video we studied about the types of motivation and its importance in organization and what does motivation do to the employees in the organization. But that is not enough because motivation is a little complex subject because employees gets motivated by different thing at different point of time and at different situations. So many theorists came up with different theory about motivation. They explained the workings of motivation, how employees or how human beings are motivated. The first theory of motivation was coined by Abraham Maslow, and this theory is the most famous and even used in the present days. Though it has many limitations, but this theory is the most popular one. The second theory is theory X and theory Y. Now there are many theories of motivation which we will be discussing in this chapter, but in this video we will be discussing only these two theories, that is Maslow's hierarchy of needs and theory X and theory Y. So let us start with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. According to Abraham Maslow, human beings have a hierarchy of needs. And as per Maslow, once one level of need is satisfied, a human being is no more satisfied with the same need and wants to move upwards. So as per Abraham Maslow, first the individual looks for physiological needs or the physical needs. The physiological needs includes all the needs of our body like food, shelter, clothing, health, air, etc. Once these needs are satisfied, then a human being is no more satisfied with these needs and would like to have more, that is the safety needs. So safety needs actually talks about the security needs. Here every human being needs security, enjoyment, freedom, wants to have some resource or maybe wants to create wealth where people may try to have their own property. So this need actually satisfies the need of future security for a human being. Here a human being wants to become stable in life. Once this need is satisfied, human beings are no more satisfied with the same level and wants to move upwards, which is called love and belonging. Here the human beings seek for social needs, where they want to be the part of the society, be the part of the family or be the part of the community. Then next level is the self-esteem level. The self-esteem level actually relates to respect, status, recognition, strength and freedom. So people want to be recognized at this level. They want that they should have some kind of position in the organization or in the society. That is called the self-esteem need. And the last need is the self-actualization. Now this self-actualization need is the desire to become the most that one can be. That means that at such a level, a person wants to become a person who uses full potential and is contributing towards the world. So here the person looks for self-realization. So these are the 5 levels of needs, and as per Abraham Maslow, these needs are satisfied in an order of its hierarchy. So here there are basic needs, then there are social needs and there are self-actualization or self-realization needs. So as you can see, there are three levels of needs. The basic needs are the lower level, the social need is in the middle level, and the self-realization need is at the upper level. Now what were the assumptions that Maslow had? As I said, number one assumption was that every person moves into a hierarchy. Another assumption Maslow had was that it is not fixed till how much time a person will remain at a certain level, and also one person may stay at one level forever. So it is not that every person will move upwards as far as their needs are concerned. But the limitation of this theory is that there are many human beings who directly have self-actualization needs, or who directly have self-esteem needs, or there are some human beings who always take care of their basic needs and they do not have the other higher needs. Some people have social needs which are very high. So every need in every individual may vary. The intensity and the level of the need may vary. And some people may not have certain needs in their lives. So here the Maslow's hierarchy of needs may fail, but still it is the most popular one, because in a general term this hierarchy is followed by a majority of people, and that is why many managers uses this hierarchy of needs theory. Now coming to our next theory, which is theory X and theory Y. Theory X and Y was given by Douglas McGregor, and as you can see in the picture, there are two human beings standing, one with crossed hands and another with hands upwards as if enjoying or very enthusiastic. Now what does this X and Y signify? So let us examine the points of theory X and theory Y and understand what does the person with crossed hands and the person with open hands signify. So as per McGregor, the theory X says or considers that generally employees want supervision. They will not work if they are not supervised. This theory believes that usually human beings are lazy and they tend to avoid work unless they are asked to do it compulsorily, or if they are supervised, then only they will do the work. This theory also believes that people only need money and their desire is only to get more and more money. This theory also believes that employees usually avoid responsibility. They avoid a lot of work. As far as possible, the employees will remain without work rather than putting their efforts into the work. On the other hand, theory Y says that people want independence in their work. They like to take responsibility. If they feel worthy in an organization, then they will be highly motivated to work. This theory believes that people naturally want to work. They do not want to sit idle. This theory also believes that people have their self-drive. This theory believes that people drive themselves to perform and they don't need any kind of supervision. So, as we can compare both these theories, both are completely opposite. Now, when McGregor came up with theory X, it said that every human being tends to be lazy and doesn't want to work. So when a manager applies this theory, the manager will be very authoritative and will always supervise the person. But on the other hand, when theory Y is applied, then the person is motivated to work in an autonomous environment. So after looking at these points, now you must have understood that why the person was standing with crossed hands, because it signifies that the person is saying no to lot of work, and the person who is standing like a who is standing in a Y shape with hands up is showing readiness to work more. That person is more enthusiastic. That person is open to do more work. So these are theory X and theory Y. To some extent, theory X and theory Y both can be applied, but they have their own limitations because they don't talk about different motivational factors of a human being. So I hope today you have understood both the theories, that is Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory and theory X and Y given by McGregor. Thank you.